Hey everybody, Jamieleigh here with BirdTricks, and today I want to talk to you about a really awesome and one of my favorite training techniques called capturing. Now, if you haven't heard of it before, it's a technique that allows you to train pretty much all day. Normally we say with formal training sessions to keep it under 5 minutes, make sure that the bird still wants to keep training when you stop so there's anticipation for future training sessions. But with capturing, it's actually an all-day thing. So I'm going to get into some of the behaviors that I've trained using capturing and how it works. Some fun examples of behaviors that I've trained using capturing include a lot of talking and the rock out, which my Galah Bondi does. Hey Bondi, rock out! Rock out! Good girl! JINX, want to show off some of your tricks? Hey, do you want to show off some of your tricks?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's start with, what's your nickname? Good. Can I have a kiss? Good boy. Hey, what's so funny? Good laugh, man. That's such a good one. And can you celebrate? Yeah. That's what I thought. Celebrating. I also used capturing to train a hyacinth macaw to put his wings up. Pick him up. Good. I didn't kill you yet. Stick him up. All the way up. All the way. Stick him up. Good. That was great. And for an Alexandrian parakeet to do a really unique wave. Wave? Wave? Good. Wave? Good. Capturing is a training technique that you can use to get unique things that your bird does. I've seen people capture things that are very unique to their bird. There was a macaw, I think it was a green wing, that did a hilarious wave of the foot that somebody captured just like I was able to do with the Alexandrian parakeet Rasta. And because it was captured, I didn't have to do any formal training or manipulation of trying to get the bird to do what I wanted it to do. Instead, I was putting something that it naturally did on cue, which is a really fun way to work with birds, is working with nature versus against it. So to compare kind of capturing to formal training, a formal training session of teaching a bird to lift its foot and wave with its foot would be something like a bird is already trained to step up and you're just clicking and rewarding the moment that foot lifts up when you go to ask the bird to step up. So all you're getting for the wave is just a mere lift of the foot, and that's it. And it's cute. But the wave that you can capture using capturing is a lot cuter. For example, Alexandrian parakeet Rasta, he used to scratch his head. And so I actually captured that and put it on cue as his wave. So right before he would scratch his head, he would get his foot ready and he would go like this, and he would have this motion right before his foot met his head feathers. And that's the part that I captured. So his wave, instead of just being a lift of the foot, was actually a out in the open, because I was able to capture that behavior right before he was able to make contact with his head. So his wave was like this, whereas a traditional wave is just the lift of the foot. You wave? Good. You wave? Good girl. For those of you that are readers and like to read your information, I am including a free digital download on my website. It's a capturing report that I've created talking about how in the process in which I captured many different behaviors, such as the wings up with the hyacinth, the lawnmower with Bandit, the rock out with Bondi, and many, many more. So go ahead and get that digital download. It's an instant download straight to your email, and check that out on the website. I will leave a link in the description for you to go ahead and get that, and that way you have a full, more rounded understanding of what capturing is, how to use it, and the steps to take to train something using it. Don't forget, if you do grab this capturing report for free on my website, don't forget to review it so that others can know what kind of value is in these free downloads. I like to offer an array of free resources to the avian community just to broaden the overall knowledge of all of us. So if you guys have a recommendation for what other freebies you'd like to see on the website, definitely let me know in a comment, and don't forget to review it, just because that goes a long way in showing other people the value of these products and hopefully getting more people to use techniques like this with their birds. Now, although capturing can be used to capture some really cute tricks, it can also be used on those natural behaviors that you want to enhance. So for example, getting a bathing response and capturing that and clicking and rewarding lets your bird know that you want more bathing response. Also, you can do this with playing with toys or anything that your bird naturally might do that you can in the moment capture. Talking obviously works great with capturing because you're just waiting for them to offer it, then you're clicking and rewarding as often as you can to get the point across that, hey, every time you say that word, you get a treat. And then eventually when you get to the begging phase, which is something entirely different, you can eventually put those things on cue. But capturing is the road that you take to get there. Trying to get Lily to do kissing noises and say baby. Lily, baby, kisses, kisses. Lily, kisses, kisses. Ah, she's more likely to do it around Dave because she gets kind of ticked off at seeing him. Hey Dave, will you come over here? Kisses. Okay, there he is. Kisses! Kisses!
Oh, you just want to use me.
I do. Kisses! Good girl! Stay right there. That's a perfect spot. Baby. Kisses. Good girl. Good girl, Lil. Kisses. Kisses. Good girl. Good girl. Babies. Babies. Good girl. I can't reach a treat now. Babies. Kisses. Good girl, Lily. Kisses. Lily, kisses. Good girl. Kisses.
They're like this big.
Good girl.
You see those? It looks like you put around, like you squeeze a little top, but you put it underneath this, you squeeze it and lift it up. Oh, yeah. Or you can chalk it and then I'm seeing doing that if I have to move it again.
Okay. Kisses. Good girl.
300 pound lift.
Good girl. Lil. Kisses.
Yeah, so if
Good girl.
now they're be
Kisses.
like you're gonna eat
Good
it.
girl.
If a bird die because they're eating
Kisses.
a battery on this.
Good girl.
Charge it and then just take a look at it for your lights.
Okay.
2 wires and just
Yeah.
No.
I mean it's on a flashlight. It's not.
yeah, but how cool would it be?
Kisses.
If in your chalet and go
It would be.
Kisses.
catch a little dome
Good
there.
girl. Oh yeah.
Or the
Oh yeah. Yeah.
your porch light.
Good
I
girl.
wonder if that's just like almost at the glass.
Oh man.
You see, it's probably still in there.
Good girl. Kisses.
But at home, or it's
Good girl. Kisses. 2 kisses. Good girl. Kisses. 2 kisses.
something in the brain.
Kisses. Kisses. Good. Go. 3 kisses.
Something you can keep your rig in safe with. Yeah, well.
Okay. I'll give you a whole pistachio if you do it real good.
Awesome. Thanks
Kisses.
again, man. I appreciate it.
No, 2 kisses. Kisses.
I'll give you kisses.
2 kisses. Lily. Good girl. There. So you might be wondering, why can't I use capturing all day? Won't that kind of put some strain on the bird having to learn all day and doing training all day? No, because all you're doing is capturing your bird's natural behaviors. So you're just waiting, sitting around waiting for your bird to do those cute behaviors so that you can click and run over with a treat reward. Now, If you were formally having a session and making your bird think through a bunch of stuff, that's the sessions that we want to keep a little bit shorter. But with capturing, you're simply just waiting around, letting your bird be a bird, and waiting for those natural behaviors to present themselves so you can quote unquote capture it with the clicker and go and follow it up with a treat. Some of the ways that I have done some capturing sessions is just by hanging out in the presence of that particular bird. With Rasta, I actually had a dining room table right there, and I would sit at a chair and work on my computer, and I could see him out of the corner of my eye. So I would be facing him, he was up on the tabletop of his cage, and I would be able to just glance up from my work, see what he was doing, and be ready to click and reward at any point. So it's a really good thing to be in the presence of your bird and waiting for those natural behaviors. I've seen some people put some pretty cute things on cue. I've seen birds just do kind of somersaults on a perch, or even doing rolling over. You can simply capture that if your bird's in a playful state and just offering it. There's a lot of fun things that you can capture using capturing, but it can be quite time consuming because you are waiting for those behaviors to present themselves. Another cute behavior that I trained using capturing was what I called the lawnmower, and it was when my Galah Bandit would drag his beak to a certain point. So I would hold my finger somewhere, and from whatever point he started at, he would drag his beak and stop at that point. So this is a really cute behavior. It was a natural behavior that he did that I just extended, and you could use it to teach your bird to push things or anything else like that. It was a lot of fun. All right, let's try this lawnmower trick. You ready? Finish eating? Not done yet? Okay, ready? Good! What I've done with this lawnmower trick is I've made it so that the cue was this, but now it's this all the way till here. So he has to go all the way to my finger. Hey, are you just going off? Good! And that's how he's getting rewarded. He's kind of in training mode, so he's offering it a ton, but... Ready? Oh, you cheater. Come back, do it again. No, be cheating. Good. That was a great one. So with doing this, I can get him to do longer distances and shorter distances if I want it. Ready? Good. And just keep working off that. He's doing really good though, aren't you? The reason I love and recommend capturing, and because I use it so much, is because it's a hands-off training technique. So it's something that you can use with a bird that you may not be necessarily bonded with yet. Rasta, the Alexandrian parakeet that I mentioned quite a few times, I have a playlist on him. He was one of my first project birds, and it took me a whole 3 months to get him to eventually just step up on my hand. So being able to use capturing was invaluable with him because it created a relationship for us to have and communication through training that I couldn't otherwise really do in another way. So I love capturing. I feel like it's a really great method to use. It can be time consuming because you're just waiting around, waiting for those natural behaviors to present themselves, and then having to be quick enough to be able to click and capture it and follow it up with a treat. So I like to place clickers all around and I like to have little treat pouches all around as well. Or just sit in an area where you know that you're going to be for a while, that you can have a good viewpoint of your bird and kind of spy on them and be able to do this. So that's how I recommend using capturing. I hope that you guys share in the comments what you might have trained or what you look forward to training your bird using capturing that's unique to your bird.